Morning, today is Tuesday, July 29th, 2025, and present with me is Matt Strozewski, who is with County Sanitarian. If you want to lead us off, Matt, what's been going on in your department?
Hey,
Please.
you got the name perfect.
You did
Great, he nailed it.
So you did. Starting to get things organized here. We got the contract, as you know, signed with Southwest Consulting, Van Puckett, the owner. So things are starting to roll with him. He's picking up a few septic systems for me, which is giving me some relief right now to get some other things done in the office. So, yeah, and in time, probably later this fall, he's gonna start working on food and establishment inspections, so like hotels, campgrounds, trailer parks. So that's going good there. Just getting everything, getting adjusted myself, learning the ropes. So there's quite a few things I didn't know, but
Megan did a lot of it.
yes, yeah, she had a lot on her platter.
Yep.
But yeah, so mainly some of the things I'm getting behind in a little bit, well, quite a bit, is where I can get help. Probably administrative assistant. If we can get that up and running, we talked about getting Molly, so that would help a lot. But
And you guys thought that was okay, didn't you?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense to us since Molly knows the procedures. She knows, how the health department's supposed to function, and environmental health is part of the overall public health department. So it should work out well.
Good.
yeah,
You probably have a little bit of learning curve, but not much.
yeah, and I've been putting
Some
together.
permits and-
Yeah, I've been putting together some kind of cliff notes for her as I'm going through the day's stuff. Oh, well, this is something that I type it out for Molly. Hey, this is where this would need to be transferred to this paperwork, stuff, things that she can help out with, and because it's going to be a little bit overwhelming for her in the beginning. I don't want her to have that, so help her out a little bit.
Won't take long, she'll be an old hand and
Yeah,
just rip it right out.
cool. So no, trying to think any other things we talked about a lot, but anything offhand that
I guess just, the contract with the consultants is designed to complement things that Matt is doing. Matt will be doing a lot of the restaurants and the establishments in this area. They'll be covering some in those areas. They'll be using Matt as that central point person so that Matt, as our lead environmental health person, knows everything that's going on and knows what they're doing and knows where the gaps are and what the results of their inspections are. So that should work out pretty well. You may remember that Megan was using a contractor to do a lot of the food service. So it's actually not dissimilar from that, but Matt will be doing the food service in this area as well. So it should be a good partnership.
Yeah, it'll be a combination. I mean, I won't take on the majority of it because I'll have administrative duties, calls coming in hand on issues and stuff like that. But I plan to be out there as much as I can. And the reason being, it saves us quite a bit of funds, but I can't, so.
Yeah, the contract's a little spendy, but
Mhm.
I think it's worth it as long as it works out for you.
Yeah. I've talked with Van's company. They also take care of Fergus County. So I spoke with the equivalent to Panhandle over there. So she runs it, and she was very pleased with their work over there. She said one surprising thing to her, it wasn't as expensive as she thought. And I think some of the reason, I've talked with Van, I says, we got to watch our budget this first year. We don't know, how it's going to play out. And he says, well, my plan is to combine as many trips as I can. And he just did that up the other day in Clancy for me. He put two together
Good.
and contacted the installers and stuff. So if we can keep that going, I think we can save on that end of it. She also said, and she said it multiple times, she says, it's good to have a sanitarian overseeing the whole thing because they were without a sanitarian for nearly 2 years. And she says, I couldn't answer questions even when Van's here, complaints or whatever will come in. She says, I don't know the laws and where a sanitarian does. And I understand that. So she said that was a good thing. So that we're looking at.
Yeah, no, that's great.
But yeah,
Appreciate having you, that's for sure.
yeah.
Well, the other thing that you can think about down the road for another meeting would be, the contract, yeah, is a little pricey. But you might want to look at, increasing fees a little to go with other counties that are similar to ours, similar in population. You just might want to look at the fees a little bit and maybe go over them, maybe raise them up a little.
Are we significantly lower than
Yeah.
We are.
counties
So,
for what type of stuff? Septic permits, stuff like
Uh-huh.
that?
In fact, I was reminding Matt that years ago, when maybe the third, fourth year I was, chair of the board, they weren't charging anything. And so I brought it up to the board and we sat down and we gave everything a little bit of a price, but Commissioner Mullen didn't like raising things very much, so we were really conservative with how much we raised everything. And I still think that we're a little bit low. It's something to look at. You don't have to raise them, but at least it's something to look at with some of the smaller counties that are comparable to our county, just to see where we are.
Christina, when you say sort of low, what sort of in comparison for cost or something?
Matt's got some
so
examples.
Yeah.
I'd spoke with Ginger on this and, she'd asked me to put together some numbers. So these are rough estimates. So it's explained to, there are several. So on the food end, so the establishment inspections, so I'm separating them between septic and food. Food, when I say I generalize, so that's also campgrounds, trailer courts, all that establishment inspections. So in legislation this last year, they got a fee increase for Department of Health and Human Services. So this first page, this explains that, how much, and I went through and I estimated how many establishments we'd do and what the increase would be. So we should be in 2026, because this starts in October of this year. We should have a yearly increase of $8,540 coming in from establishment inspections.
From what the legislature raised them to.
Raised them to, correct,
Hmm.
yeah. So that's good. But again, that won't take effect for probably until 2026. We'll get the full brunt of that. So the other thing was the septic. And so I compared our fees to other rural counties adjoining us, Broadwater County and Madison County. We're substantially lower on everything. So when you bring it all up, you know, I think that's kind of on the last page. I did the kind of the totaling. And that's estimated revenue increase. Well, I was off when it's 26,000, yeah, almost 27,000, just by raising it up to what these other counties are doing. I mean, that's not exceeding it. And they've been doing it for a while, because yeah. Broadwater, I brought the information to here to kind of back up everything. I took this off their website, but their fee schedules. And you have, I kind of wanted to prove that. Oops, some of this information was out there. And I wasn't making it up, but yeah, I wish. Sorry about that. But yeah, I mean, substantially, we're behind. You know, even with simple things like our septic installers on that first page, we have 86 septic installers. Jefferson County charges 25 per year per installer. Broadwater 100, Madison 100, you know. So that increase, that was the $19,000, no, estimated $6,000 increase on that one. So an estimated total revenue increase from septic system fee increases is $19,000, yeah. That's what I estimated in total if we brought everything up to meet it. And that's installations of conventional septics, advanced septics, which are different fees, and installations from a certified installer or just a homeowner.
Yeah, I would be all for an adjustment,
Mhm.
for sure. I mean, otherwise we're paying for people that are building this stuff out of taxpayer funding instead. I mean, we're using taxpayer funding instead of letting them pay some of these fees for the services they need.
Mhm.
And I know Bob always disagreed with, well, not always, sometimes disagreed with some of the rate increases, but something like this to me makes sense because you want to put in your septic or you're building a house, you know, you've got all these costs, this should be one of them.
Mhm.
You know, that we shouldn't have the other taxpayers paying for you to put your septic in.
Put your septic in.
Correct.
Inspected or whatever, yeah, so.
No, I
I
agree.
think if we can get the numbers, I don't know if Molly can do that, or just get something to do a comparison of what we are now and where you think we should be
Mhm.
with I think we had to pass a resolution to change those fees. And I think we could push it through, no problem. Cause, makes sense to me.
Yeah,
Where would we start with that? Just going through Ginger, getting, like you say, the comparison set up and then go through Ginger?
Yeah, if you have your own fees, and then, I mean, if you can put together something like this, that just has Jefferson County, here's where we are now, here's where Madison is, this is where Broadwater is.
Mhm.
And this is where we think we should be, to go through your health board and say, what do you guys think we should be compared to?
this is
these
a
other
pretty
two?
good start. This kind of explains it. It just,
Mhm.
And then once we get something where the health board is comfortable with these fees, that it can come to us and we can put it in a resolution and get it passed and move forward with a different fee schedule, so. So I'm not sure if you have a list of your fees that already.
I
So
did this,
I'm gonna-
this was all penciled out, so I would just have
you
to,
might want to talk to Steve just in case there's a process we need to file or to go through to
change the
do
fees.
this.
Mhm.
There might be some public notices we have to put out, probably a public hearing. I don't know that, but he would know that,
Okay. That's a good,
just in case.
yeah, that makes sense.
And you can get a hold of any of us to help you through this if you need, I can help you shepherd this through the process.
Okay. That'd be great.
We might need a public hearing through the health board.
Maybe, we'll have to look at the statute on fees on the health side and see what the process is.
Yeah,
And maybe as simple as just holding a public hearing and doing a resolution, that's a
Yeah.
lot of that. is
And
like
you,
that.
maybe you guys holding the public hearing and
That's-
getting it straightened out and
yeah,
once the health board's comfortable with it, Steve can do a resolution to bring to us and
yeah, that's what I was thinking. We'd just do the public hearing through the health board meeting, if that's legal.
And it wouldn't hurt to do that anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, even if it's not in law, just to do
Yeah.
that, so everybody in your health department knows.
Yeah.
Your health board knows what's going on.
Yeah.
It's always better to be more open than try to
Yeah.
push things through
Yeah.
in the dark, so. So that would be good.
Yeah.
So I'd start with the fee structure, Matt, just what are we charging here?
Okay.
What's Broadwater, what's light counties, I wouldn't do Lewis and Clark or Broadwater, or Gallatin or anything like that, you know, the
Yeah.
similar counties to what we are.
Rural counties, yeah.
Yeah, and then
Yep.
talk with your health board and say, this is where we are, this is where the others are, where do we wanna be, and just get a list like that. That'd be the first step, I think,
Okay.
just have a proposed increase on all these services. And then we can start the, formal process and get it pushed through the commission and a resolution, get it stamped and done.
What's the next step to get, Molly on board with Matt?
As far as I know, we were okay with it, I don't
Yeah.
know who was shepherding that, but. I
I
think
think Pam brought it up to start with.
Pam's kind of helping, but she's like, it's not my deal, so we're kind of in a gray area here, so I think that.
I would talk to
maybe
Kelly and see.
Kelly, yeah. See what she needs to do, cause I think this group is okay with just getting that done.
Okay,
And I don't know if Kelly was trying to get a new job description written, maybe?
yeah,
So-
I emailed Kelly and she just said she was working on it,
Okay,
but we need to get something going pretty quickly
sure,
so that Matt can do what he needs to do and the administration work then can be
Yeah.
done by Molly. And I think it's gonna be, like Jim said earlier, it's gonna be within her 40-hour week. It's definitely not gonna be overtime or anything. It's within her 40-hour week.
And we need to maybe make a interim move to get her taking some of those calls and that stuff to cover when Matt's not in the office while Kelly works out some of the finer
Yeah.
details. You know, cause it's that busy time of year.
And I think it'll be adding the duties she's gonna do for you. Is she gonna be taking any money? Is she gonna be? That type of stuff. I mean, if it's just answering the phone and invoices, it'll be pretty simple. So it might depend on what you want her doing and.
I guess, and at least I've been getting to help out. I mean, kind of right now I'm tied to that office. The phone don't quit ringing. Is basically answering the phone, maybe getting out forms to what people needed. And then transferring what calls, the basic stuff. The added things that she's probably gonna have to be trained in is searching for septic permits. That's quite a task.
Mm.
You have to go through different software programs. And then, handling the installer permits. But that's normally not a big thing until December, January. But if she could just like say, do the basic, which she's doing right now. She answers a lot of my phone calls and transfer them to me now. But if she could handle that completely, that would be a lot. a
Yeah,
big-
and I
big
would just get
relief.
with Kelly, and I don't see why that's a big issue, but
I can call Kelly too, if she's not responding to you, I'll bump her a little bit and see.
Well, I mean, I think that, she's super busy, I know that, but I think coming from the commissioners
Yeah.
to Kelly would go a lot further
Sure.
than me, obviously.
I don't know,
But just,
maybe Craig.
not from, no.
Yeah.
that's-
no,
I
if
had to
he
put
asks
couch
her,
together last night.
yeah, if he asks her, she'll put it off till next year.
There you go.
'Cause you got 400 other things to do.
That's right. We're not gonna do anything for our husbands, no.
We got a meeting with her right after this, so we'll maybe just. mention
We'll just bring it up real quick.
Yeah,
when
Yeah,
you get-
and I think it's that immediate need this time of year that, would be nice to have, it clear that Molly can cover those phones and not
Yep.
cause any issues as they work out some of the details, cause this is the busy time.
Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem.
No. We're getting there. And I guess whether you like it or not, I'm gonna take you for the ride.
You're doing a good job, cause my
Seems
phone
like a
hasn't
good
been
job.
ringing.
Nice to see a
Yeah.
survey review. That was probably confusing like it was to me at first.
Yeah.
I was like,
That is. It took a bit, so it will take a while. I
it
guess
will,
I
I'm
should say.
sure.
No,
And Matt covered things up at the festivals and things like that so far. That's been going well, so. That was a relief to have all that stuff, kind of covered. The water was good. The vendors seemed like they got through without any mishaps, so.
Yeah.
Off to a good
Did you
start
get free
there.
tickets?
no,
You did it?
you know,
You didn't do something right.
Did you
then.
want free tickets?
Yeah,
That's
that's
the
right.
question.
it was pretty wild on a Thursday when that
But
was.
it was.
Oh, that all went well, yeah. We got, one person overseeing the food that they hire and another one overseeing the water, the contract. And they've done it for a few years with Megan and I, so they know what's going on, all went well, so, on my end anyway.
Good. So if something goes wrong, there's probably not enough porta potties out there to serve them all at once.
That could be an issue. Could be an issue, so, or someone just can't find the porta potty.
Yeah, that's true too.
That's a problem.
But no, otherwise, yeah, Jim and Christina have been great, helping me through this whole thing. Yeah,
Good.
Wonderful.
You're doing a good job from what I'm seeing, so.
Yep.
we're lucky. I think we're very lucky to
absolutely.
have Matt, and I've had him 3 years.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, we're a lot luckier than a lot of counties.
Absolutely, yeah.
So,
We're lucky we got a good contractor too, it sounds like.
Yeah, Van is very knowledgeable and works
Who's he
good.
related to? He's.
Bam.
yeah.
Well, I'll be.
Bam.
Not Bam.
But
Zach.
His
Yeah,
partner,
Zach
Zach.
is his
Zach.
her son-in-law.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. You-
Yeah.
Remember somebody telling me.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know everything about the septics, but Van said he'd help me through a lot of it. So it's a good combination, works really well. So,
Good.
It's a
We'll
good
probably have
partnership.
to eventually bid that out. We just kind of give it to them as an emergency basis, because we need somebody. And when
Now,
they're-
explain that to me. Is that the regular RFP?
That would be a request for proposal, yeah.
And then,
And for the county, we have to be fair. We have to,
Right.
let, pay for services fairly. We gotta give everybody an opportunity to bid on a contract like that, so.
so do you go out and find somebody?
We'll have to advertise it.
Okay.
Advertise in the newspaper, and then we'll send them the information if they
Okay,
email or call about it, or.
So what time frame are you proposing on that? Cause the contract that was signed is signed through, unless we cancel it at some point, July of next year, or to the beginning of
And I
July of
think that's
next year.
about what we were told we could do. Probably
Yeah.
sometime before that contract's up,
Okay,
we'll have to do something.
It'll probably be when things slow down for everybody, more in the winter time. We'll probably work on that.
Okay.
The
and
county
then you
attorney
give them a time frame.
To propose?
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
It'll go out in the advertisements. If you wanna bid on it, you gotta have your bids back by,
Okay,
Such and
so
such
there
date.
is okay,
yeah, then we'll formally look at them all and score them all. Price won't be the biggest thing, obviously. There'll be other things, availability and
yeah, that's,
knowledge
what
and
Jim was
stuff like
saying,
that.
yeah.
So there'll be lots of different things besides just price that we're looking at.
Right.
For that contract, so. So that, we won't worry about that till things slow down. We're not
Okay.
gonna throw another thing on you right now, so.
Now, what do you see now in the field? Are people are they receptive with you?
Yes, very.
Okay, cause I was just wondering like that when you and I visited about with the vehicles and stuff, I don't know what kind of person they really are anymore.
Mhm.
So I was just wondering, I don't know if you've spoken to them or,
No, I have a phone call into DEQ
okay,
because they have a little stronger arm in this situation than I do. And as soon as I hear back from them, then we'll be moving, hopefully moving
you
forward.
saw what was
Yeah,
going on.
I went and took photos and stuff, so we're good. We got to start, so, yeah. But we got another town with an issue like that too, so.
Oh, I'm sure.
We'll have to probably address it down the road, but if I can make a contact here
Okay.
through DEQ enforcement, I think we can move some things
I
along.
think, yeah, more leverage. I agree.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Do you have any more information on us getting Molly situated? with
Working
it?
on it. Yep, I talked to Matt last week and it's on my project list.
What's the process? We gotta change our job description or what?
I have the information I need so I can score it and see if it warrants an increase, so I
Okay.
just need to get to it, yeah.
Okay, all
That's
right.
the only
good.
holdup is that, so
Sounds
shouldn't,
good.
probably this week.
Okay,
Speaking of that, do you guys want me to keep the sanitarian ad going?
I would, and
Okay.
if it's not gonna break the bank, I wouldn't.
No, I don't have it on Indeed. I've got the local papers and, the websites and wherever else you guys can think of to put it.
Probably even just leave it on the website for now
Yeah,
and then.
So I told Holly to leave it up kind of in
Yeah.
perpetuity, so, okay.
We can get it into places where we're not paying for it. That would be good, just so people know we are still looking.
Well, Matt he just needs a lot of help with phone calls right now. And.
Well, Molly can certainly do that for him right now. And we can certainly, if there's any back pay, we can certainly back pay her to a certain day. So she can certainly, nobody has an issue with her doing it.
No,
It's just
We
whether or
okayed it.
not
We
it
just-
changes her salary. So,
we just hadn't had anything from you yet.
yeah,
so.
no, you can go ahead and have her start doing it right away.
Okay.
If
Okay.
she needs the help, you bet.
Mhm.
And just tell her that I'm looking at it, and if it's an increase, then it'll just be back paid. So just let me know what day she starts her new duties.
Okay.
2 weeks ago.
Well, and I felt like with environmental health, that is part of the health department.
Mhm.
And as long as it's not over her 40 hours,
Mhm.
then it should be okay. And I know you need the help,
Mhm.
because that's what he's doing most.
Is
of
just
now,
answering phones,
answering
yeah,
phones
I'm
and-
sure,
yeah.
dealing with people, yeah. Yeah,
Okay,
no,
so-
go ahead and have her start right
So,
away.
yeah, so you
Because
can,
Pam was okay with it, I was okay with it, these guys are okay
Yeah.
with it, you guys were okay with it.
so just call Pam and tell her that this is what you need, and then Kelly will.
Yeah, and I think the stuff we're asking her to do right now doesn't change the complexity or anything of her job. It's
No.
pretty much the standard
It
stuff.
is, it's just,
And as
yeah,
long as she understands that you're reviewing the other part.
Yep,
I think
it's
we'll be
the,
fine.
I don't have it in my bag, it's the issuing the permits and that stuff is what I'm looking at is the possible increase.
Septic record searches and
Yeah, stuff like that.
installer fees.
Yeah.
license.
If it was just answering the phone and helping you pay the bills,
Mhm.
that there would be no review by me, but it's the additional duties that we're looking at, so, yeah, I'll take a look and I'll get to it this week.
All right, thank you.
I know you're busy. No, you're super busy. It's a busy time of year.
Well, payroll, yeah, I think budget search, payroll's slowing down a little bit,
Awesome.
so, all right.
All right.
All right.
Anything else, you guys? Yeah, but that was
Thank you.
adjourned. Thank you.
Good. Matt.
Good to see you guys. Don't see you that much.